Good morning, children. Welcome back to our maths session. Today we are introducing a new chapter that is cubes and cube roots, chapter 7. And today's topic is Introduction Part 1. In this part, we are discussing about the cubes and how could we find the cube of a number. Okay, and in the last slide, we are discussing the try these questions of page number 110. Okay, let's start. Let's start our new chapter that is cubes and cube roots. And today's topic is introduction. What is a cube? As we all are studied in our previous classes that a three-dimensional shape with all edges equal is a cube. Isn't it? Means it's a 3D shape and its all sides are equal. That is called cube. So, what is three-dimensional shapes? Any shapes which has three parameters like length, breadth and height. So that's a 3D shape. And cube is that three-dimensional shapes where all the three parameters are equal in length. That is, length is equal to breadth and breadth is equal to height. So the best example of cube which you can think of around you as the dice which you use by playing Ludo, right? Now you look at the die, you can see that all the sides are equal in length, isn't it? In fact, you look at the Rubik's square which we normally playing with a puzzle with different colors, then you need to rearrange them to make same color in one side, right? So this is also an example of a cube. Now we all know that cube is a three-dimensional shape as an object, isn't it? So when it comes to a cube, we see that there were many different surfaces which make a cube, like each face of a cube is a square. So here it is look like a box. In this box you can see that each face of this box is like as a square and almost six faces together form a cube. And the question is, how is cube related to numbers? So here we are not going to talk about these cubes, isn't it? We don't want to talk about the 3D shapes. Then what we are going to talk? We are going to talk about cube numbers. Now, there are some special numbers which are capable of forming a cube. So let we see. Let's see the special numbers which are capable of forming a cube. Let's look at it in this way. How do we find volume of a cube? Here these cubes are of many different sizes, correct? So how do we know how big a particular cube is? By knowing its volume, right? The volume tells us how much space the entire cube occupies. Then how do we calculate that volume? So let's take this example. In the first case, this is our first scenario where we have just one cube, and let's say that the length of each side of this cube is 1 centimeter. Now in a cube, all sides are equal, isn't it? So each of this side measure 1 centimeter. So what would be the volume of this cube? How do we calculate volume? Volume is side into side into side. So here all the three sides are equal. In that, for any cube that all three sides could be equal, isn't it? So what is the volume? 1. That is length of each side multiplied 3 times, right? So when we multiply 1 3 times, we can write it as 1 to the power 3. So 1 to the power 3 is nothing but 1 cube. and 1 to the power 3 is equal to 1 centimeter cube. So the volume of this cube is 1 centimeter cube. Then let us look at the second figure. In the second figure, let's see that we have these kind of cubes, but multiple number of such cubes. Like first figure, you have only one cube and the volume of one cube was 1 centimeter cube, isn't it? Here instead of having one cube, how many cubes you have? Here cube number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and backside you have cube number 8. Isn't it? So here you have total of 8 cubes. So when you have this 8 cube together, it forms a bigger cube. Why? Because now the length of each side is not 1 centimeter. Instead, it is 1 plus 1, that is 2 centimeter. So length of each side of this cube is 2 centimeter. So what would be the volume of this cube? So the volume of this cube would be 2 into 2 into 2. That is 2 cube, which is equal to 8 centimeter cube. Now let us look at the third scenario where you have even more number of cubes. But here also all of them together form a cube. Here, what do we see? How many cubes do we have? You have 9 small cubes in one layer. So in 3 layers, how many total cubes you have? 9 into 3. That is 27. So 27 small cubes together again form a bigger cube. This time the side length is 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is equal to 3 centimeter. So what is the volume of this cube? So for this big cube, the volume would be equal to 3 into 3 into 3, which is equal to 3 cube. That is 27 centimeter cube. Now, what do we see? We see that there are only a fixed number of cubes. When you take 8 small cubes together, you get a bigger cube, isn't it? Again, when you take 27 small cubes together, you get a bigger cube. Now, let's say instead of 27, if I give you 20 cubes, so can you think of any possible arrangement where I using 20 cubes, you will be able to get a bigger perfect cube? No. Every time you arrange those 20 cubes in any form, you will always get a cuboid. Because with 20 cubes, you will never be able to have an arrangement where the height and the width and length of the formation is equal. So sometimes the height will be lesser, sometimes the width will be lesser. So you will always get a form of cuboid. So that is why these numbers like 1, 8, 27, these numbers are called perfect cubes, or these are called cube numbers. Okay. Now here I have explained the concept by taking the analog of the cube. That is the third, three-dimensional cube structure, isn't it? Now we can talk about the cube numbers. So let me see. Now let us talk about the cube numbers in terms of numbers. So what are these numbers? These are numbers which are obtained when a number is multiplied by itself 3 times. So any number which you can get multiplying the same number 3 times. For example, if you take any number, think of any number that comes to your mind. Let's you think of a number 25. So if you multiply 25 into 25 into 25 3 times, what do you get? It is 25 cube. And whatever value you get in this, so that value is a perfect cube or a cube number. So cube numbers are also called perfect cubes. Why? Because these numbers are such that if you arrange these many numbers of cubes together, that will form a perfect cube. Like how you solve the previous one, that you have 27 smaller cubes, you can make an arrangement which will form a perfect cube. Similarly, if you have 25 to the power 3 number of smaller cubes, you can again get a perfect cube. So that is why the name perfect cube. Okay, so let us look at the cubes of first few numbers. So 1 cube is what? 1 cube is equal to 1. That is 1 into 1 into 1. Similarly, 2 cube is what? 2 into 2 into 2. That is equal to 8. 3 cube, that is 27. 4 cube, 64. 5 cube, 125. 6 cube, 260, and so on. And in these, which are the perfect cubes? Which numbers are the perfect cubes? The numbers 1 is the perfect cube, isn't it? 8 is the perfect cube. 27, 64, 125, 343, 216, 729, 512, 1000. These all are perfect cubes. Now you might ask, after 1 means 1 is like the first perfect cube. After 1 you have 8, isn't it? So what happens to the numbers that existing between like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7? All of these numbers are not perfect cubes, because you are cubing the numbers consecutively, one after another, isn't it? So after 1 you have 2, right? So you have cubed 1, you got 1. When you are cubing 2, you get 8. That itself tells you that all the numbers between 1 and 8 are not perfect cubes. Similarly, all the numbers which are missing 8 and 27, they are also not perfect cubes. So these are some special numbers which are perfect cubes. So in this lesson, we are going to talk about these cube numbers or perfect cubes. I hope you all are understood the meaning of cube and what is perfect cube or cube numbers, isn't it? Now I am giving you an assignment, that is a work, a home task. You have to find the cube of 11 to 20. I already done here 1 to 10, isn't it? Now you have to complete 11 cube to 20 cube. Clear? You have to note down in your notebook. Okay? Before winding the session, we can discuss some try these questions of page number 110. First question is, complete the following cubes of numbers 1 to 10. This table I already done in previous slide. You can go through the slide and you can write the answers. Means your number and their cubes you have to write. 1 cube, that is 1, 2 cube, 8, 3 cube, 27, 4 cube, 64, and 5 cube, 125, 6 cube, 216, 7 cube, 343, 8 cube, 512, 9 cube, 729, and 10 cube, 1000. Clear? Now, after that, question number 1, it is given, are there only 10 perfect cubes 1, 1, 2000? Check this. Only 10 perfect cubes. What is the answer? Yes or no? Yes, there are only 10 perfect cubes from 1 to 1000. There are 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512, 729, and 1000. How many perfect cubes are there from 1 to 100? In between 1 to 100, how many perfect cubes are there? There are only 4 perfect cubes from 1 to 100. That are 1, 8, 27, and 64. Isn't it? Now what is next question? Observe the cubes of even numbers. Are they all even? What can you say about the cubes of odd numbers? The cubes of even numbers are even. Isn't it? The cubes of odd numbers are odd. You can see the table. Odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What are their cubes? Unit digit. 1 is 1, 3 is 7, 5 is 5, 7 is 3, 9 is 9. Isn't it? So all odd numbers cube also odd. Like as all even numbers cube also even. Clear? Now next, consider a few numbers having 1 as the ones digit or units digit. Find the cube of each of them. What can you say about the ones digit of the cube of a number having 1 as the ones digit? Similarly, explore the ones digit of cubes of numbers ending in 2, 3, 4, etc. So here we observe that the ones digit of the cube of a number having 1 as the ones digit is 1. Isn't it? Similarly, the ones digit of cubes of numbers ending in 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are 0, 8, 7, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 9 respectively. Isn't it? Clear? Okay. Thank you.